Early College Academy is located inside the VMA A-Pod. The students travel from the high school to VMA daily for 2 classes. Early College Academy offers classes. It's all academic space right now, because it's a school within a school. We offer 2 classes in the spring and 2 in the fall for the students, depending on the coursework they require. Right now we're offering art history, college algebra, communications, psychology, and college Spanish. So the kids are able to choose which 2 classes they want to take in the spring, which 2 classes they want to take in the fall, and then they also have the option to take classes in the afternoon at the high school or during the summer to make up some of the credits. The whole purpose of ECA is to have students take dual enrollment classes during the school day. That way they don't have to sacrifice their extracurricular activities. They can still participate in cheerleading, in sports, in band, everything extra after school while they're still getting the college credit during the day. Students are bused daily from the high school to VMA from 10 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a section of their day where they end up having 2 classes and they have lunch here on campus, and then we go back to the high school. And it fits right into their schedule without them having to miss classes over here or miss classes at the high school. We do offer classes. We make the schedule prior to, we survey the students to see what classes they want to take in the spring according to their core classes needed, and then what electives are being offered by Texas A&M Kingsville. And once we figure out how many kids want to actually take a class, then we're able to find out, okay, if 10 kids choose a class, then the 10 students will actually make a class. If less than 10 students are interested, then we offer other classes. And professors are set up to come in Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays during the week, and then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, students have study time. And they can make up their testing, they can do their homework. If they have lab work to do, they do lab work during Tuesdays and Thursdays. We did start off with a total of about 103 students this year. The goal is to double it for next year for the incoming sophomores. So eventually the program will be sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and with the students actually earning anywhere between 36 and 42 college hours. So by the time they start the university, they'll be done with their basics. As soon as they're accepted into Early College Academy, they follow an actual coursework that we've scheduled for them so that they're getting their college credit and their high school credit, and they graduate as seniors with their basics done for the university. We do have the initiative at Early College Academy, the program itself, and then every student that registers for the program and is accepted gets a laptop to work with. So as soon as you're in the program, you have your own laptop. Students are able to research online, they're able to take hybrid classes online, they're able to do all their work and submit it through Blackboard, so they get the college experience while still being in high school. They are considered both high school, San Benito High School Greyhounds and TAMU Cavalinas. So they do have an ID for San Benito High School and they have an ID for Texas A&M Kingsville, and they have to follow the same rules that Texas A&M Kingsville has. So if they're passing for us, they have to be passing at TAMUC. If there's something is going wrong, then TAMUC will actually contact the students and let them know you're pending paperwork, you're pending your application, you're pending certain credit. I think very few students were aware maybe last year because this is the pilot year, but they do have to have certain requirements. They have to be TSI MET in TSI reading, math, and writing, and they have to apply through Texas A&M Kingsville and be accepted. So as long as they do all those requirements, they're actually into the program and they follow a coursework. Other students who may be very involved in other things, or they haven't had the experience of a college, they're just taking one class at a time. And so they want to take one class at a time, they do it at the high school. But if they're really committed to do 2 classes in the fall, 2 in the spring for the next 3 years, then they come with us. With Early College Academy, we also have, it's completely college professors based. So we don't have a high school teacher that will come in and reinforce or do the work. They're taught completely by college professors, so they follow the complete guidelines from Texas A&M Kingsville. You do use technology. They use the projectors, they use document cameras, and they have their laptops. So they actually do a hybrid class. They'll do lecture in the classroom and they'll assign homework after school or for the days off. Or they'll do it backwards. They'll do the flipping of the classroom too, where the students actually do the work inside the classroom, the professor is there, and they go back home and they listen to the lecture at home. It just depends. It depends on what the professor is comfortable with, and it depends how they've actually structured their class. It's completely up to them how they want to structure their class and what works for them. The professors also use a lot of Blackboard, so the students are getting used to using Blackboard and doing hybrid classes. So they will meet sometimes for 2 days out of the week, and then the third day they're doing their hands-on lab, or they're doing their submitting their homework through Blackboard. And so the students have to be very savvy as far as what software to use and how to submit things. Well, I think what sets us apart is that we're actually a school within a school. We are learning, we're getting feedback from students as to what works, what doesn't work. I work very closely with the students to figure out what their credits are and what their pathways are so that we can make sure that they're getting everything they need. And I think if it were a separate school, then we wouldn't have the same communication. I think it'd be a lot of kids putting together and it might be just a regular campus. We have 100 students we work with. I know them very well. I talk to them on a regular basis. And we work with Mr. Alex Salinas, our higher ed coordinator. We work with Ms. Melissa Lopez, who's our counselor on campus. And we get to know the kids very well. Everything they need, they come to us. They're so used to it. We become a family. And then, of course, if you look at other campuses, I think there's other models to follow, but this one works for us because the students are still doing the extracurricular activities. They don't have to choose one or the other. They don't have to choose between sports or academics. They can get both. And these students are very highly competitive. I mean, even though they're all striving for the top 5, the top 10 spots, the high 5 jackets, they are very close and they help each other out. I haven't had any issues with the students. I like working with them so much, and they like working with each other.